Okay. Apparently we had no audio there. Yeah, bear with me. Can we hear me? Let's try this again. Bear with us, folks. Dave, try talking now.
Can you hear me now?
Let people know that we can hear now. That's excellent.
All right. Great stuff. Anyway, where's my tea?
I have a bit of echo here for some strange reason, but we digress. We move on. I can hear them. That's even worse. That's great. Thank you, Scott. Okay, so what's again? Apologies for the teething issues here, but the wrestling draft is here. For anybody who is joining and watching for the first time, I apologise. I am trying a new streaming setup. So the whole idea of this one, it's a wrestling fantasy league. So we are going to, if you're a fan of FPL, Fantasy Premier League, etc., it's essentially that, only with wrestling. So we have a lineup of 14 players on tonight who will be drafting 6 wrestlers, so 3 men or 3 women, 2 men or 2 women, and a tag team. And then the goal of that is to score points based on wrestlers' appearances and wins on TV and pay-per-view for the specific season. The season's running from SummerSlam to Survivor Series. We run between the big 4 pay-per-views and WWE. We're fresh off of our 25th season, the final one under the old Suplex Retweet banner. It was a tag team season where we had members of our main league team up with former competitors and listeners league competitors. Our listeners league is our, viewer league that we do, and that was won by me, and
Yay!
and JP. JP, who done a double, he won both the listeners league and the main league. The first time it's ever been done. The first time it's ever going to be done, because we're not doing that again with main league.
And he basically copy and pasted your homework, and now he's reaping the rewards for it. So, nah, if it was a separate team, fair enough. But nah, he's not earned my respect from that victory. You, on the other hand, it's been a long, long time since you've scooped a victory under this draft format. So fair play to you. You finally done it. You broke the streak, shall we say?
Yeah, I guess I did. So we have a 14 competitor league here, as I mentioned. We've got a draft order coming up. We've got well, actually, I'll reveal the draft order on the screen coming up here. So as we can see, we've got Grant McRobbie. He's drafting first. Then followed by Robert Shaw. Then we're going to have Tom Brock, Scott McLeod, yourself, Dave, drafting at 5.
I'll take that.
We've got Gary Kernahan, Alan McLucas, the GOAT, David Campbell, JP, Dan Axel Jameson, Gary Morris, Matt Smith, Andy Mitchell, and then myself.
Yep, because you won last season, you automatically draft from last place. JP, on the other hand, gets a little bit of a booster because he's Listeners League scum.
A bit harsh.
But that's none of my business.
A bit harsh from you there, Mr. Hockney, I think it's fair to say. So, in with that regard, let's get started with
Let's do it.
the draft. Dave, this should be updating. It's not updating. I'm having an absolute filling time here. We have our first. Our first draft comes from Grant McRobbie. And Grant,
The legendary Dice Man.
and Grant is going with a pretty solid pick, I think it's fair to say. The World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins is off the board.
Whoa. Yes, pulling off the ruse of the millennium. He is bringing in the new World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. And it's great to see Seth Rollins go not just round 1, but number 1 overall as well. He's pulled off what can only be described as, probably the biggest booking thunderbolt after what seemed like he was going to be ruled out with injury for some time. But it was all a ruse. So, yep, Grant McRobbie jumping straight in there, getting the holder of the big gold.
Yeah, absolutely. I am trying to get this thing to watch here.
And Robert fucking Shaw, who is up next, he is that's who he wanted as well, so he's already fuming. We've already got dissension in the amongst the ranks between our main players, so and Robert's ready to go next as well. Hopefully with his pick, because he should be messaging me fairly shortly, and it's good to see you've got the table up and running as well, which is all smashing. Oh, here we go. And Robert's going to go to the opposite end of the world title spectrum. He is picking the new, undisputed WWE champion, the quarterback, Cody Rhodes.
Not a surprise with Cody Rhodes in there. With his regain, absolutely, of the undisputed title against John Cena at SummerSlam. We now go on to Tom Brock, the Dutch Destroyer, who is going to send me his pick. He's very happy that he's typing very early on. He is going to AEW very early on in this draft.
Very early.
He is going with the AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm.
Timeless Toni Storm. Or as the running joke was last season, Thunder Tits. But that's no longer the case with the tag team season come and gone. Tom Brock, I think, very, very smart decision getting Toni Storm off the board. Probably one of the best picks you could get, and both male or female. So, very, very solid.
Yes, absolutely.
AEW's top scorer last season as well with 94 points overall.
Excellent. So that's 3 picks off the board already. We're now going to go to Scott McLeod. He'll be sending it to yourself, Dave.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't go for the one that I'm hoping, because I've got a cracking pick for round 1. And Scott has taken the bait. He has gone with the women's world champion, Naomi.
Naomi, yes. Big win for her. This past Sunday, I couldn't remember what date there for a second, beating Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. She has a title defence on Raw next week against Io Sky.
Yep, getting those title points straight off the bat. I think that's a pretty solid option there. But
right, Dave, you've hyped us all up with this pick you're going to pick. So who's it going to be?
Got to prepare my tea for this one. This has been going through my head all day, and I
can't believe you made a portable tea.
All right, well, let's really throw some picks into disarray here, because my round 1 pick is Charlotte Flair.
Ooh.
And Alexa Bliss.
Oh, the tag team champions. Good pick. Very good pick there from yourself there, Dave.
Had you going for a second there, didn't I?
I thought you might have picked Charlotte herself there, the way you were going
there. No. I'm thinking about 4 steps ahead here.
Fair enough, Dave. Yes, Charlotte Flair is off the board.
And Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
As a tag team.
Can't forget a bit of Swiss Bliss on that one. You better get it on the board though, Dave, so people can see it.
It is on the board, yeah. It's just your screen's just loading up slowly. And that's my tag team pick sorted. 2 very strong female picks off the board, and arguably probably the most.
Okay, let me get Gary's pick up here. Give me a second. I clicked the wrong button. Gary is going to go with the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch.
Very smart. She's got a new theme song now as well.
Yeah, I quite like the theme song.
It needs like a really. It needs to be like filtered into like one clip, without any background noise. Because I think I've only heard the instrumental and the lyrics need to be added, but it does sound good from watching it at SummerSlam.
Yes, absolutely. So she is on the board. We're now going to go on to Alan McLucas.
She will be on the board shortly, but you've got some lag on your end apparently, so it will pop up.
Some lag on both of us, I think, here at the moment.
Looks like it.
Okay, so I'm waiting on the pick from Alan.
Andy's fuming at the Charlotte Bliss selection.
Not surprised, not surprised. Okay, see, I'm just waiting on the pick from
Sake, my Roman Reigns pick took shorter than this. From last season, by the way. Like, where I had the world's longest brain fart.
Oh, a tag team on the board here.
Already?
We have got the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, the Wyatt Six.
Rightio.
On the board.
Ah, there we go. The screen's catching up now, which is good. Now, the GOAT David Campbell, he's been a bit of a maverick in this draft. So, yeah, he originally sent me a joke pick, but you know, there's no joking about in this draft, no dicking about, and I'd have expected like a 5-time winner of the draft in the GOAT to be taking this seriously, you know, wanting to be the GOAT by name and by nature. So, but he's sending me his pick now. He Stephanie Vaquer.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say McMahon there.
Oh, what other Stephanies are there on the WWE roster?
Very true, very true. Good pick from David, that actually. Very good pick. Vaquer will be facing Naomi in Paris.
At the end of the month?
At the end of the month, yes. So that's a very solid pick, if I do say so myself.
Oh, and he's corrected me by saying he's actually a 6-time winner. So,
of course,
fair play. Axel Plays, thank you for the subscription.
Yes, thank you. I believe that probably is Dan Axel Jameson. Maybe I'm not
the man himself.
In case it's not, thank you very much. Right, we go to JP, who wanted a bit of pomp and circumstance for his entrance. I'm not going to give him it. I'm just going to give out his pick. He is going for the former US champion, Jacob Fatu.
Ah. Jacob has been getting a lot of appearances on SmackDown. You know, he may be at the short end of the winning streak in the last sort of few weeks. He fell short to Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam, but he was the highest scorer on SmackDown last season, 99 points overall. So I think that's a pretty solid shout for a first-round pick. And we've said previously, you know, Jacob deserves to go round one, especially when we've got 14 participants picking our draft selection. So yeah, very smart choice for JP.
Absolutely. Now, coming up next, we do have Dan Axel Jameson.
He's sending his picks to me. So let's see what he's got. Andy Mitchell just sent me a note saying was going to try and go for Charlotte as a single wrestler to fuck up the draft, but nope. Yeah, I was hoping Scott would do a play like that, but no, I'm glad I got what I was after. Anyway, Dan Axel Jameson takes the current AW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page.
Very interesting, very interesting. Hangman Adam Page on the board there.
Yeah, I think capitalizing on the fact that he's still a fairly new AW World Champion, we're going to have Full Gear this season, I believe, so we could get quite a few PLE title defenses under his wing. But there's also the option of title eliminators as well. Now, just to be clear, title eliminators means the champion can face a challenger, and if the champion wins, the challenger's out of the contention for challenging for the title. The title itself is not on the line. No title points, pricks.
Dave getting his points out there. We've got Gary Morris, who has nominated a proxy to draft for him as he's at the football.
Okay.
I'm waiting on his proxy messaging me.
What's with all the football anyway, like clashing with our selection shows?
I know. It's like the world's most popular sport clashing with the inaugural wrestling draft. Even though it's 26.
Yeah, you're talking like a world premiere here, and yet you can watch something that's on telly all the time.
I mean, it's both very good. It's both very good.
You don't rarely get, you know, a selection show for the wrestling draft in its new format.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's none of my business.
Oh, Gary's picks.
Oh,
that's good.
So good to be a member of the West End Country Club.
Okay, the proxy has sent the message for Gary. And it is Tiffy time. Ooh. Tiffany Stratton.
There we go. Now, she was number one selected overall last season by myself and Colin Blackburn as part of the tag team season, but she's dropped all the way down to 11th place now. But let's not take anything away from the fact that she was the second highest scorer on SmackDown last season by quite a bit. And it was that title defense at SummerSlam against Jade Cargill that really sort of bumped those points up, because the season prior, no, she was on an absolute tear as part of Roscoe. But you know what? I think in line with, how she scored in previous seasons, that SummerSlam victory really put her back in contention as a must-have for a first round. So yeah, whoever Gary Morris' proxy is, they've got their head screwed on.
Yeah, I think Gary's done a lot of the kind of work with that one.
Okay.
So we've got Matt Smith. Now, that's always interesting.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that don't know, Matt Smith is all about good vibes all around, and he's asked me to read it in this particular way. So his first round pick is Mr. Dominic Mysterio.
I knew it wasn't going to be Kennedy. I was just waiting to see what person he actually went for.
To be honest, I wouldn't blame Matt if he chose Mr. Kennedy. But Dom Mysterio celebrating 20 years in WWE last night with a victory over AJ Styles, the Intercontinental Champion. Hasn't been competing as much, just using doctor's notes to get out of matches and stuff. But he does have a lot of appearance points under his wing. But the fact that he's went this late on, maybe his spark's starting to fade a bit. But the fact that he's still round one, I think that's still something to consider.
Yes, absolutely. We have the man who wanted to feck up the draft, and Andy Mitchell now next. What's he got in store?
Like I said, Andy was prepared to choose Charlotte as a singles person to mess it up, but nope. I think we may have our first faux pas of the night. Not sure how I feel about this one, but it seems like a bit of a gamble. Andy Mitchell takes Sami Zayn. Round one, though. Really, Andy? I don't know.
Sami Zayn round one is...
That's very, very bold.
Very bold. I would say it's an absolute shocking.
I mean, if it was Royal Rumble season, it might be, a bit of a dark horse selection, but for Survivor Series season, no, I think the Listeners League's rubbing off on you there, Andy.
Yeah, potentially. Right, it's me, and I go twice because we do a snake draft.
Yeah, that's right. So the order will be reversed for round 2, round 4, and round 6. So, Stephen, you've got 2 draft picks to make. Andy Mitchell, get your second one ready.
Well, we can't have a round 1, Dave, without, Mami getting involved.
Oh, of course.
Got to have Rhea Ripley on the board here.
Of course you've got to have Rhea Ripley on the board. I mean, what's a round 1 without a Rhea Ripley? And probably, arguably, one of the strongest picks you could get that's basically fallen so far down the list at this point. I think that's an absolute steal for you. Although she hasn't got a lot of big wins as of late, lost at Evolution, lost at SummerSlam, albeit triple threat matches, but still losses in big title matches. Mami's going to need a big bounce back this season.
And whilst we're best trying to get a champion on the board again here quite early on, and let's go with the NXT champion, Oba Femi.
Yeah, very, very smart. I was hoping he'd fall through the cracks at some point, but no. Oba Femi is off the board. First pick of round 2, and it's no surprise because he was the highest scoring pick from NXT last season. 76 points overall, a plethora of NXT title defenses against anyone and everyone. And I think there is no stopping the Oba Femi train as we go into Survivor Series and a few extra PLEs. So I think, Stephen, you're looking very solid at the minute. But remember, you still need to get a tag team on the board, and they are few and far between.
We're only in round 2, Dave.
I know. Just something to consider. I just plan ahead. And Andy Mitchell, speaking of, has got his tag team pick already. So, representing the Judgment Day, he takes Finn Balor and JD Potato Head McDonough.
Yeah, the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Yep.
Very smart. Very, very smart, I would say. Up there on kind of my list of people I would quite like. But, yeah, no, fair play.
Current World Tag Team Champions, but makes you wonder how long they're going to hold those titles for, or even if they get title reigns or title defenses under their belt. Because last time they were tag team champions, they did next to fuck all.
Well, let's be honest, the Raw tag team division compared to the SmackDown tag team division is, you know.
If you just watch the 16 TLC match at SummerSlam, you'll see why SmackDown's the hotbed of tag teams.
Okay, speaking of hotbeds, Matt Smith here.
Yep, and Matt Smith is all about the money, or should I say money, Monet. He's gone with Mercedes Monet.
The belt collector.
Yep.
Interesting timing of picking Monet. I don't know how much longer she'll hold her titles. But, well, she's
how
got
many
the
she
belt.
got now, like 8?
I lost count. Right, I think she lost.
But the only title that matters that she's currently wearing is the TBS Championship, and she's held that for pretty much a full year now. So you have to wonder if she's going to drop it maybe this season or next. But I think Matt's got good vibes regarding Mercedes Monet.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, where's Gary's proxy? He's up next.
I'm waiting on the proxy coming back to me. I have too many mouses on the go here. Mice. Too many mice. Too many mouses.
Too many mice.
I can't get up on. So we'll find out. Just waiting when it's coming in.
I'm going through my tea pretty quickly here, so don't keep us waiting, Gary.
Another tag team on the board, Dave.
Oh, yeah, here we go. There we go. People are getting their tag team straight in. Who we got?
Two men who have a lot in common. Namely 4 letters in their name. B-R-O-N.
Oh, interesting.
Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
Damn.
Off the
He's
board.
taking a page out of my book there. Very, very smart from Gary Morris, or should I say Gary Morris's proxy. I'll just call it Braun and Braun, or Braun. I'll call it Braun Squared. Then they'll know who we mean. Braun Squared. There we go.
Braun Squared.
But yeah, I was tempted to take Braun Breaker as a solo pick this round, but no, Gary's jumped straight to the punch there. Very, very smart.
Absolutely. So then we go down to Dan Axel Jameson. Next, what does he have in store?
Well, I will say appearance points. I think the two Brawns are definitely going to be there for appearance points, but tag team performances, don't know, remains to be seen.
Right.
Unless they do like 6-person tag matches as part of the division, then that would be certainly the best option.
Ryan Douglas said they should have been the first tag team picked.
Above Charlotte and Bliss.
Who knows?
Anyway, Dan Axel's got his pick in, and he's diving into NXT. And somebody that I think a lot of us would like to dive into, it is the former Mariah May, Blake Monroe.
Jesus, Dave.
Hey, listen, you're a married man, so
Sell down.
hold your reach.
Settle down. Jesus. Anyway, I was expecting comments from the man who's drafting next, Mr. JP. Let's see what he has to go with here.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Blake Monroe was brought in as part of the transfer window last season as well, because we did have one of those halfway through the. It was Red to SummerSlam's always the longest season, and we can change people around during the transfer window. And now that Blake Monroe's made herself a big name in NXT now, I think that's I think they're straight off the bat, you know, looking to capitalize on that NXT women's division, which is arguably, I would say, on the same par as the SmackDown tag team division. You know, that's the place you want to go if you want a good female pick.
Right, so JP has went back to the playbook that helped win him both the leagues last season. Well, one with me, but it was a suggestion on him to pick him. Paul Heyman.
Yep. I nearly said wise man, but he's actually now the Oracle, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the nickname was.
Paul Heyman, to be fair, big scorer last season just from appearance points. 56 points overall, tied with a certain someone that's not been drafted, and just 1 point behind Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day, who have been all over the product. So, the old manager.
Dan Jameson says, please refrain from talking to his team like a piece of meat. It's David the Goat Campbell's turn.
The Goat Campbell, yes. What do we have? Hope he's been keeping an eye on this and not going over the going having a tiz over missing out on a good solid pick. But it feels like a lot of eternity waiting for your next pick when you're picking in the first sort of 5 or 6. Yeah. Yes, go. You're quoting stats from last season here. Just give me the name of your next pick, and then we can get moving. Here we go. All right. Let's just say he loves Solo, so he's going for Solo Sikoa, the United States champion.
You gotta go with it. If the champions are on the board, there's no harm in picking them. I think that's
Pretty sure that's all of the singles champions on the board at least.
No, there's some more. Let's not name them. Let's not name
That's
them.
true. Yeah.
Let's not name them. Let's let the people figure it out and get their draft strategies in. We go to Alan McLucas next. Let's wait to see what he has in store for us for his next pick.
I've got to get my next one ready.
He's got an AEW champion on the board.
Okay.
It is Mr. Okada.
Kazuchika Okada, the AEW Intercontinental Champion. And I'm pretty sure I spelt it correctly as well.
I don't even try to announce it.
You always botch his name, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not brilliant with it. But yeah, Okada, he's got a match coming up at Forbidden Door in London with Swerve Strickland.
That's true.
It's an interesting one for that one.
Hey, we got some love hearts. That's nice to see.
I can't tell who that was.
From, I think it's Tucker147.
Yeah, Ticker147, thank you for the follow. Ticker is a... Yeah.
Oh, was it Ticker? I thought it said Tucker.
Ticker is he's a Twitch streamer. Streams Football Manager, or used to stream Football Manager, streams PGA Golf.
Thank you, Ticky.
Sid Meier's Sim Golf, he streamed on Monday, Dave, if you're a fan of that type of stuff.
I'm not really a golf fan, but you know what? I'll drop him a follow.
You know who might be a golf fan?
Who?
Randy Orton, and he's getting Kennan's next pick.
So despite losing alongside Jelly Roll of all people, Randy Orton straight on the board, and possibly maybe he's thinking Randy Orton might go after Cody Rhodes following the fallout from King of the Ring, perhaps. Maybe Gary knows something we don't, but Randy Orton going round 2, I think that's a safe bet, to be fair.
Yeah, interesting. It's your pick now, Dave.
No, yeah. Well, some good names have gone off the board already, so got to be very careful with who I choose next. So, let's go with... I will go with the NXT North American Champion, Ethan Page.
Oh, that's a nice pick, that one, Ethan Page.
I didn't want to risk him dropping to round 3, but I know he's been very, very interesting programming throughout the board. Obafemi's already off the board, so definitely some stuff to be had with the, or should I say, NXT Canadian Champion.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, Ethan Page, very good pick. Round 2, very high from him. Well played, Ethan Page.
I admit it's a little high, but I think there's some potential there.
Anyway, we now move on to Scott McLeod. Dave, what's Scott McLeod got in store for us?
Yep, and you know what? I think it's important to get champions off the board sooner rather than later. So you might as well just scoop them up, and you never know when a title defense might come around with their hand. And Scott's saying he's choosing the only pick he had last season who was worth a damn. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. Jey Uso.
Surprised they went this long, Jey Uso, if I'm being honest.
Well,
with you. I thought he would have maybe been taken before now.
I was ready to say a different 4-letter word, but nah.
We now, yeah, so Jey Uso, fresh off a tag team win at SummerSlam, has been picked in round 2 by Scott, alongside his sister-in-law, Naomi, from his round 1 pick.
Oh yeah, he's picking the bloodline up one by one.
Let's see what goes on next with that one. We've got Tom Brock.
Right.
Tom Brock. For anybody who's listened to Dave's advice and turned the Rangers game off to watch this draft, the Rangers are winning 2-0 at halftime.
Yay!
Oh, this is a bold pick, Dave. This is a very, very bold pick.
Okay.
Tom has picked the new TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher.
That's not a bad shout, actually.
It's a very good pick.
Still delving into the AEW pool, though. I think he needs to get some WWE picks on the board. But it's another champion, Kyle Fletcher. I think he was in position to win the TNT title before Dustin Rhodes basically threw a wrench in those plans, but now that's no longer an issue. So, yeah, I think a heel TNT champion in Kyle Fletcher might do Tom some wonders, especially on top of the fact he's got AEW's premier star as well. So 2 champions from AEW off the board, and he's got another pick coming up very shortly. So I think Tom's looking pretty solid so far.
Yeah, we now move on to Robert Shaw. What's he got in store for us?
Robert fucking Shaw. May I point out he is also the current treasurer of the West End Country Club, who, funnily enough, was the mystery jester from last season's Listeners League.
He was winning the league going into Sunday, and then JP absolutely hammered him.
Yep. West End Country Club, rich in wealth, morals, integrity, and a bit of cunning. I applaud Robert for that. And he is taking his tag team pick now. He's going with the team of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate.
They hurt people. They hurt people.
There we go. 2 champions for Robert now. 2 champions for Tom. 2 champions for myself. And I believe we've also got 2 champions for Alan Lucas. 2 champions for Matt Smith. And 1, I believe, for everyone else.
You can surmise that a lot of champions have been picked.
Yep.
Right.
Some have got 2, some have got 1. Grant, you've got 2 picks now.
Yeah, so
May
Grant,
the dice be in your favour.
Grant, as we know, randomly generates his list, usually done by dice. He's done it by AI for this particular draft, and the AI is not being kind to him here, Dave. First of all, he's got Rusev.
Ooh.
And
round 2.
It's a random list, Dave. He does not have control of where he puts it. By giving... That could be taken wrongly by Dr. Grant. And his 3rd round pick, I might butcher the pronunciation of his name. Is it Telka from AEW?
Oh, Telka.
Yeah, Telka.
Yeah. Telka was chosen last season as well. I believe they were brought in as part of the transfer window. But round 3, I mean, Grant, what happened to controlling your own narrative here? And I thought Andy Mitchell, shat the bed with Sami Zayn in round 1, but I think Grant's starting to take.
I would refer back, Dave, to he picked his list using AI to random.
Yeah, like I said, he needs to control his narrative. Doesn't let AI control it. Anyway, Robert fucking Shaw, you've got your round 3 pick coming up now. So he's already got Cody Rhodes and the Hurt Syndicate. So his tag team's off the board, so he's in the clear on that. I'm wondering if he's going to get his first solo female on the board now. Oh, actually, hold on. Tom's just corrected you there. I think it's pronounced Thekla, not Thelka.
She's been picked.
Anyway, yeah. Thekla's been picked. And Robert is taking another champion off the board. He is taking the Women's United States Champion, Julia.
She was the one that was why I was hinting, stop saying names, champions, because I knew she was still floating about.
Yeah, well, look at that. Robert's now got 3 champions on his team now. I think Robert's been playing a blinder so far. And being round 2, despite having to wait to pick up Hurt Syndicate, but then bounce back with Julia, I think that's a very, very solid approach.
No, definitely. We go on to Tom Brock. I will await Tom Brock's pick here.
Mm-hmm.
See what he's going to go with. For anybody who's watching on YouTube and not Twitch, there is music in the background and Twitch, which is why I'm bobbing my head like this.
Head bumping every day.
Yeah, thank you to everybody watching on both Twitch and YouTube in this inaugural stream on the Wrestling Draft platform. Of course, we have a lot of people who followed us from Suplex Retweet.
Mm-hmm. And I've been slowly getting thinner over the last couple of selection shows, which I'm pleased to see. If you joined us for the Survivor Series to Royal Rumble selection show last year, you would have noticed I was at least 10 kilos heavier.
Tom's giving his pick in the public chat, Dave. Do you see? Do you see that? Who's picked there? You're a fan of this man.
Oh, yeah. I'm a fan of this guy ever since his TNA days, but he's gone with the phenomenal AJ Styles. With Clash in Paris coming up as well, I think the French fans will be demanding a Styles appearance above all else. So he's probably got Clash in Paris in mind when he's making that pick. And it's been a while since we've seen AJ Styles in the draft as well, because obviously he's been written off with injury for some time. He's teasing retirement as well. So might be one of the last couple of times we might see AJ in the draft. But it's great to see him back and on the Dutch team.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going out to Scott. What's he got stored here?
Alrighty. So, Scott McLeod. He is typing. I see the ellipsis. He realizes all his picks are on the same brand, but you have to get them while you can, which is fair enough. But, so far he's got 2 Anoa'i family members, both on Raw, and he's now taking another Raw pick as well. His second female, it is Lyra Valkyria.
Damn, I was hoping she was going to slide to the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Yeah, Lyra was very unlucky on Sunday, but I think it was a career-defining feud with Becky Lynch for her currently. It's helped push her firmly up the women's division card.
Yep.
See what she's got in store.
Anyway, it's me now, right?
It is you, yes.
Mm-hmm. Io Sky.
Now see, I considered Io, and then I realised she's going to probably lose to Naomi on Monday, which is why I didn't
or
pick her.
Could win by disqualification.
Just don't think like that. Don't think like that.
Hey, come on. Naomi's used a cheeky roll-up to retain the title at SummerSlam. You know she's going to be using heelish tactics at some point. I reckon, she beats down Io with a steel chair. Stephanie Vaquer comes out, and then that sets up the feud between those two.
So we go to Gary's pick. And, yeah. I think
I can relax for a bit now.
He's going to go back to Raw, and he's going to go with Penta.
Penta! Bit of a quiet season for Penta, has to be said. He wasn't on SummerSlam, he wasn't on Evolution, no obviously reasons. But Penta sort of cooled down a little bit. I hope he can bounce back a little bit. I wasn't expecting him to go round 3. I'd have thought maybe a little bit later on. But you know what? Maybe this is what's needed. A bit of a shake-up, a bit of a refresh. And I just hope Penta does Gary well here.
We've got Alan's pick already. Alan was right on the ball the minute that word Penta came out my mouth that his pick was sent. He is going with the NXT Women's North American Champion, Sol Ruka.
Yep, I believe that's quite a lot of the chat. I think all the champions are off the board now, especially from WWE's perspective.
I think all the champs are pretty much off the board now.
Yeah.
I can't think of another one. So
well, she is also the Speed champion. So just something to be wary of.
I think Speed may actually be finished according to reports.
Mm-hmm.
But one man who's not finished.
Well.
One man who's not finished is David the Goat Campbell.
Yep.
The all-time record winner of this draft.
And he is going for his tag team as well. So representing the Judgment Day, he takes Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez.
Damn it! Roxanne was such a good scorer last season.
She was. In fact, they both were. So, I mean, individually, you've got Raquel Rodriguez on 57 points last time around. Roxanne not that far behind on 56. So, picking them as a team purely for appearance points, I think that's a smart decision. Will they regain the women's tag titles? Well, they failed on Monday, but you never know. I mean, Raquel could be like a 6-time women's tag champion somewhere down the line. But I think getting Roxanne off the board at this stage, I think that's probably the smartest thing you could have done.
We're sitting here talking about champions. We forgot about a double champion on NXT.
Oh?
Both the NXT Women's Champion, who's also the TNA Knockouts Champion. It's Jacy Jane, and she's on JP's team.
Oh, you motherfucker. I actually forgot she existed.
Her reign is clearly not going very well then.
Yeah, there'd be thinking, she was going to drop the title to Masha Slamovich, maybe give throw TNA a bone in this whole partnership and stuff, but it seems to be all NXT at this point. JP with an absolute steal on that stage, because I think the reason maybe she's went so low is because I think people are maybe expecting her to drop the title sooner rather than later, but I fear it's going to evolve into a Jinder Mahal-esque type reign, someone you would never have expected to win the title in the way that they did, to actually go on a pretty lengthy reign.
JP's words are the double champ takes the double champ.
Dan
Axel Jameson next.
Jinder Mahal's one WWE title reign is actually longer than all of Edge's combined.
Interesting. Dan Axel Jameson and Dave, what's he got in store?
Let's see. So Dan Axel Jameson with his tag team as well, dipping back into the AEW pool. He is going with the Young Bucks.
Or, as they're known, was it
the non-EVP Young Bucks?
Insert name, something like that here. Something like
Talent name.
That's the one. Yeah, solid pick with the Bucks. They could still be on track for a number one contender shot at the AEW tag team titles. We now go on to Gary Morris's next pick.
Don't worry, Dan, I'll fix it. Anyways, Gary's proxy bringing in the next one.
Yes, she's sending me her pick imminently, hopefully. See what she's got.
So he currently has Tiffany Stratton and Braun Squared. So that's his tag teams off the board. Tag teams are starting to be picked up. A combination of singles people, the women's tag champions taken by myself right off the board, and yep, we've got the Raquel Roxanne tag team going. We've got the Hurt Syndicate's gone. The Bucks are gone. We've got the Judgment Day in the form of Balor and McDonough been taken.
We have the pick in now. Potentially quite a good pick given how he did at SummerSlam.
Okay.
One of our own, Drew McIntyre.
There we go. I was contemplating taking Drew this round, but tag team win at SummerSlam, I think he's got to be put back in contention, especially now that he's had some time off to recuperate. So, yeah, Gary's team looking very, very solid at the minute. Then we have Matt Smith and Andy Mitchell will be up next, so I just hope they're paying attention. Matt, give us some more vibes here, will you? So far, he's got Dominic Mysterio and Mercedes Moné.
Did Matt not say he was going to watch this stream in the bath?
I don't know, to be honest.
He has a long, hard day, Dave. He runs a business. He's allowed to put his feet up and have a bath.
Well, I may be having a mug of tea here. I just hope he's not having any toast in the bath.
Imagine dropping the toast in the bath.
I think that's the least of your problems when you've got a toaster next to your bath, but I digress.
You can make the toast in the kitchen and take it with you.
That's true.
Anyway,
and Matt believes he's got one of the last champs left. So he's taking a team I chose last season, Hank and Tank, the NXT Tag Champions, who did next to fuck all last season.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to do anything really this season. They're teasing a feud with Chase U.
In hindsight, it felt more like one of those storybook ending moments when they throw in Fraxium, but now it's like, the chase is great for them, the moment is great, but then now what? That's kind of the story of Hank and Tank here.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not entirely confident of Matt's team, and I'm not entirely confident with Andy's team either, but...
Matt's just here for a good time.
Well, Andy is taking his first solo female. He is taking the EST, Bianca Belair.
Interesting. Bianca Belair teasing a return from an injury. Obviously, there's a pathway to the women's championship on SmackDown.
Could see a feud between her and Naomi at some point, maybe after Clash in Paris.
Yeah, remains to be seen, but no, solid pick here.
It's a shame Stacey's not here, because I reckon we would have seen Nikki Bella getting picked up.
I don't know what she's going to do on there.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if you chose her, now that you've got two picks to choose back to back.
Yeah, I'm gonna play safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna play
Join the
safe.
club.
Take a risk. I'm gonna go with two men who are in quite high. Are going to probably be in quite high profile foods on Raw. I'm gonna pick CM Punk,
Oh, good.
and I'm gonna pick L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Taking a chance on it. I don't know if
Not a bad idea, to be honest. I mean, because, Punk, he went through an absolute war at SummerSlam. He still came through on Monday, and as did LA Knight, although didn't reclaim or didn't gain the World Heavyweight title from Seth Rollins. So there is definitely potential there, and we could be seeing a feud between all three of them going forward. It could be looking at a triple threat, maybe, for Clash in Paris, perhaps. But with that pick, Stevie, you now need
I need a woman
a
in a
solo
tag team.
female and a tag team.
Yeah, I know. I've got it all up here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
okay.
Don't worry about me.
Well, you're going to be waiting a while for your next pick, so I hope
Yeah.
you've got a really good plan
Don't worry about
in
me.
mind.
I'm
So,
okay. I've got it.
Andy is taking a bit of a curveball here. He's gone with the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, Athena.
Good pick because she's good. She's the number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship. So
That's true.
It's a very good pick.
Although I'm not so sure about her going up against Toni Storm, but crazier things have happened a la last season when JC Jane defeated Stephanie Vicaire.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. What about Matt? What's he got planned?
Well, as I'm preparing for I believe my 5th round of Sri Lankan tea, Matt's going to swerve us with Swerve Strickland.
I've considered Swerve. I was toying with Swerve. And then I went with Pumpkin Knight.
Just have to wonder, I think maybe he's got Forbidden Door in mind because he's obviously, as you mentioned earlier, he's challenging Okada for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, it's an intriguing one. But yeah.
So Gary and his proxy, who's he choosing here? He's obviously picked Big Drew last round. Hopefully, I think round 3 suits Drew very well because if you think of past seasons, Drew has won as a round 3 pick when he won the 2020 Royal Rumble. That was a round 3 selection right there. Should have had the captaincy on him, but I digress. Still won the season as a result.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering if Gary's maybe got that thinking in mind. If you have Drew in round 3, it puts you in a better position. And I hope that's the case for him. Because I like that he went with the Bronze Squared tag team for sure.
That's a very good pick.
Probably one of the smartest ones, maybe out of left field so far.
Just waiting on that pick coming in.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't leave us hanging, Gary. We've had you on the results show a few weeks. You've been a very good stand-in co-host for us. You can follow him on the Fourth Official podcast as well.
Yeah, his pick is in. He's going with Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace.
Who was his captain for the latter half of last season.
I believe she was she drafted immediately or was she brought in during the transfer window?
No, I think she came in right away.
Yeah.
She was in from
she was a firm favourite to win the NXT Women's title at Evolution, most likely. But I think I said to Scott last season when we reviewed the final results, I think Jordan Grace is definitely one to be had in a future team. You just don't know when she's going to reach the top of the mountain. This season, it might be her chance. If not, I reckon she'll get a good showing in the Royal Rumble and she might pick up the title at some point before year end.
It's an interesting one, though. Right, let's go on to Dan.
Yeah, that's 2 female picks for Gary, so he's got a bit more free reign for his last 2. And, Dan, I'm not so sure about this one because, as stated on Monday Night Raw, this guy has been ruled out with injury and he's expected to be missing indefinitely until he gets this resolved. But the pick's in. He is going with Gunther.
Very, very interesting. Rangers are winning 3-0, by the way, for anyone interested.
Nobody cares about Rangers, just like nobody cares about Man United.
Man United. That's a bit harsh.
I said that last election show and I stand by it.
I'm just saying that because you said about how, I'm just updating the people who turned the channel, Dave. That's all I'm doing.
Man United were arguably the greatest team of the late 90s, early 2000s, but they have went royally up the shitter in the last couple of decades.
Oh, I need to. This needs clarification.
It all went downhill ever since Fergie retired. And I don't even watch football.
Right, I'm clarifying this with JP.
Okay.
Because
I'm assuming he's throwing a wrench in the works here.
He has picked El Grande Americano.
Oh, for God's sake. Not this again.
I'm asking him to define which one he wants.
I mean, does he want the... I mean, we can give him the Chad Gable version and then really fuck up his draft. Or we could give him the Ludwig Kaiser version, which apparently is going to be spending a lot more time in AAA. And as a serious competitor rather than a joke act.
I said, what one do you want? He said, the American one.
Which is none of them. So, no points. Oh, wait a minute.
Right, okay. He wants the Kaiser. He is,
the Kaiser version.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Assuming that it is, we are making an assumption that man is Ludwig Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
And he is getting the one who is fighting for the AAA title, not
Rightio.
not the one who's injured, and not the two English ones.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that they are the English people. El Grande Americano has been picked.
Right, the one that can speak German and Spanish. So that's just to be clear on that. Anyway, the GOAT said he's going to reinvent this game again. Very unusual for this time around. He's gone with Dax Harwood. And that's it.
He's picked one half of FTR by itself. That's bold. That's bold.
I don't know what the hell he's thinking, but a pick's a pick.
He's gonna hope that nobody baits. He's gonna hope somebody. He's wanting bait for somebody to pick Cash.
He wants someone to choose.
He wants somebody to pick Cash.
Wheeler.
Could it be Alan? We'll find out in a moment.
Not the most impressive team I've seen on paper from the GOAT, but I think Stephanie and Solo. Stephanie definitely had to be off the board, so I'm glad he did that.
Right.
Dax Hardwood, though, I mean, there has to be method to his madness with that one. I guess he's assuming for someone to play ball.
Yeah. And it's not Alan, because he's going with Bailey. An old favourite of the GOAT team.
And a bit of PTSD for Team GOAT as well, because he did once choose Bailey and Sasha as the Golden Role Models tag team, only for them to break up like a fortnight after the selection.
Anyway, we move on to Gary, who's picking his tag team.
Excellent.
Coming from the Raw Tag Team division, the former Raw Tag Team champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, The New Day.
The New Day resorted to advertising Pizza Hut on SummerSlam, which is how well their heel run is going.
Yeah, it's not going great. Dave, are you going
to? Oh, it's me again. Crap.
Are you going to take the bait?
Am I going to take the bait? I'm a fuck. So yeah, for this one, God, I didn't even realize it was my pick anyway. So I've got NXT, I've got Raw. Let's jump into the SmackDown pool here, and I will go with. Let's go with Damian Priest.
Solid, Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
Surprisingly left off the SummerSlam card in some people's eyes. Got a bit of a feud going on SmackDown with Mr. Black. And Ron the Truth Killings. I think he's still involved in that feud somehow.
He's still he got 33 points last season, tied with Charlotte Flair. Although I do realize now that I think he's been working through the feud with like Drew McIntyre a bit hurt. So I don't know if maybe that was a bit of a faux pas on my part.
We'll see. But we now go into Scott McLeod. What's he got in store here?
I'm starting to think maybe I should jump into the AEW pool here, but I'll see how that goes. Yeah, just to note, Dax Hardwood only scored half a point more than his tag team partner last season, each scoring around 35.
How?
I have no idea. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here with the statistics from last season. Let's see what Scott has on offer. I see the ellipsis, so he's thinking, and he's going for his tag team pick now, which is probably smart, given that, you know, we're in round 4. Any tag team worth their salt is likely going to fall off the board at some point.
Yeah.
And he's picking a team that used to do very well for him, apparently. He's gone with Fraxium.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good
Yep.
pick.
One
Axiom
of the
is an absolute nut job. I'm going to say.
Oh
this
yeah,
now.
like if you see how quick, do you see how quick Fraser like climbed that ladder? I mean, it was like blinking. He was from the bottom to the top straight away. It's mental.
It's an interesting one, but yeah, Fraxium are off the board. Now we go to Tom Brock. Let's see what Tom Brock's going to send me.
Right, what has the Dutch Destroyer got for us this time around?
I say this every time she gets picked, and it's not like most picks.
Oh, what?
Nia Jax.
Oh my gosh. Who's been on NXT as of late, and she does have a scheduled match planned for this Tuesday, but problem is, no points during selection week, so you never know if this appearance for Nia Jax is a one-off, but you know what? If she's going to be spending more time in NXT, then maybe this could work in Tom's favour, because she has been pretty quiet this last couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But yes, Nia Jax off the board.
Anyway, we've got Robert fucking Shaw and Grant McRobbie up next. So, Grant, have your 2 picks ready. Robert, have your 2 picks ready as well, but I need your first one right now. Dan says he's gutted Gunther's out, and I didn't know. Well, only get 4 drafts a year, and this season's already a write-off. Plan B, cheer on the GOAT. Oh, Dan, this is why you belong in the Listeners' League. Anyway, Robert fucking Shaw takes the former AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley.
Mox. Interesting.
Mox, yep.
Jon Moxley. He's,
Makes you wonder how long he'll be gone for after losing to Hangman.
He's currently in a feud with. It looks like he's going to be in a feud with Darby Allin. So.
Well, there's another name for maybe a round 5 or round 6 pick there.
Let's see. Right. Let's look at Grant's list. What's he got on the board?
Can you imagine if he takes one of them that we've just mentioned?
I'm going to need to find him a tag team here. See, I'm on his list. Hang on. I've lost my mouse. I'm going to need to find him a tag team. Right, I've got my tag team. Right. Give him the Motor City Machine Guns, Dave.
Okay, that's his tag team off the board. And one more, please.
Julia Hart, please.
Julia Hart. He seems to be, if you don't know Grant's drafting style, he always seems to pick up a Julia of sorts. Doesn't matter if it's United States champion Julia or it's Julia Hart. But then again, his fiance is also called Julia, so maybe there's a link. Anyway, Robert fucking Shaw. I need your round 5 pick.
I think I could pick out what pick he's going to get last, because I do not think anybody in the right mind is going to pick this person.
Anyhow, Dan says the Scotsman drinking tea. Yeah, well, we only get the most fabulous of products here at the West End Country Club. Like I said, genuine Sri Lankan tea brought through. And Robert fucking Shaw takes Jade Cargill.
I'd be curious how Jade Cargill goes for her, obviously losing to Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam.
Yep. Probably the biggest damp squib of the night, dare I say. I mean, there wasn't really much to work with, unfortunately. I don't know if maybe they've lost faith in Jade a little bit. Is she going to... But she did win Queen of the Ring last season, so that's something to consider.
We don't have Queen of the Ring this season, Dave.
I know.
We have War Games at the end of it.
That's true, so she could be featured in War Games, perhaps. But Robert now has 2 women, 2 men, and a tag team, so his last pick can be whoever he wants.
Tom's first message is, I feel like I have to do this.
Right. He does need a tag team, bear in mind, so that's something to consider.
even though I think there's other picks that'll outscore him, but I have to.
So who are we going with, Tom? Are you still sticking with the AEW pool here?
I thought he was going for somebody different, but he's not. He's gone for Alistair Black.
Alistair Black. He did suffer 4 losses last season, most of which were by disqualification. So it makes you wonder, he did have the captaincy put on him last season as well by Brad Robbie.
I was worried where he was going with him. Nobody was messaging there going, I'm going to pick this person, I have to do it. Like, right.
But that means Tom's last pick has to be his tag team. And I think he's going to have a bit of trouble with that unless he goes into a specific area of the pool.
We'll see,
but anyway,
we'll
I do have a pick for round 5. I'm just hoping Scott doesn't beat me to it. So I'm just waiting for him to come through. It's he's got his tag team. He's got 2 women. He's got 1 male. So he could be picking another male here. And if it's who I think it is, he's choosing 1 AEW pick. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Come on, don't do what I'm thinking. Don't do what I'm thinking. Don't do what I'm thinking. Come on, don't leave me. Fuck! He's done it.
What's he done?
He's went with MJF. That's who I was gunning for, and he's swiped it again. Ugh, what a bastard.
MJF.
All right.
That's a title shot guaranteed. Hangman Adam Page. Question again whether he wins that, but yeah, he got guaranteed match at some point in time.
I'm fuming. But I think I have to take a page here and take an AEW pick as well. Now, obviously, it would have been a certain Chugs, but we'll have to wish him well in the near future as he recovers from concussion-related injuries. So I will go with the next best thing, and I will take Ricochet.
Ricochet. Intriguing. Ricochet.
You never know. There's still Collision as well. His character work's been improving massively. I reckon it's something worth taking a chance on. Yeah. And my last pick now has to be a woman because I've got 3 solo males.
Speaking of taking a chance, Gary is going to be quite hopeful with his pick as he is going with Darby Allin.
There we go. All the way back from jumping off the top of Mount Everest back first. Gary's picking Darby Allin as well. Like, he was supposed to climb Everest, I think, a few seasons ago, but he actually got properly injured, so that had to be delayed. But fair play, he got to the top of Everest, and now he's back in AEW, hopefully not being as maniacal as he used to be. But I think that's what makes him great, the fact he's doing all that mental shit.
Right, so we now go on to Alan McLucas. Let's see what he's got in store for.
I have to be honest, that team on paper does not look impressive.
Well, they could pull something out of the back, let's see what he's going to,
Lacking a lot of big names here. I'm surprised Stephanie Becker wasn't chosen before the Wyatt Six.
Took a lot of swings. Wyatt Six round 1 is a big swing. Just waiting to see what he sends.
Goat David Campbell, get your next pick ready. So you've got 2 males, 1 female, and your tag team. So you've got a bit of flexibility with this choice.
Still waiting.
So just to reiterate, Grant needs... he can choose who he wants because he's got 2 males, 2 females, and his tag team. Robert has the same, 2 males, 2 females, and a tag team. Tom needs to pick his tag team for the last round. Scott is looking fine. He's got free reign. I have to choose a female. Gary...
Right, Dave, I've got Alan's pick.
Okay.
He's going really bold with this draft team. I'm not sure about this pick either. He's going with Brody King.
Brody King?
Brody King. He's in a tag team with Bandido at the moment. So
that's a weird one.
I'm not too sure. I could probably now hazard a guess who David Campbell is going to draft.
There was method to his madness. He's just doubling down on the highest scoring tag team from AEW after the Hurt Syndicate. So he has pulled an absolute blinder with this one. He is taking Cash Wheeler.
I knew he was going to do that. He was trying to bait someone else to pick him.
This is why he's a 6-time draft winner. He's able to pull off shit like this. You know, he confuses us with a solo pick as one half of a tag team, and now it's completely gone unrecognized that, you know, he waits for the next time around and he picked FTR as 2 singles picks. That is pretty damn clever. But it does mean his last pick must be a female.
I don't think he's going to have an issue with that. We now go on now to JP.
Who's picked Spanish El Grande or I should say German El Grande Americano in the last round. So I think Jacob Fatu's likely going to be the juggernaut for his team looking earlier on and boosted with the Paul Heyman appearance points as part of the vision. But you never know. I mean, JC Jane surprised everybody last season, so she could be a dark horse for this season, just like she was last time. Anyway,
I think he's
come on, JP, help us out here.
I think he's picked his tag team.
No, he doesn't have a tag team yet. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got
JP, consider a tag team at this stage. There is plenty to choose from.
Yeah, he
just needs to know where to look.
He wants the smoke. He gets the smoke.
He gets the smoke.
Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
Oh, a fantastic performance from them in the last few weeks. The former tag team champions, great performance in TLC, and he's in the right place when he wants to pick a tag team. So fair play to him for getting those guys in there.
Right, let's now go on to Dan Axel Jameson,
who should be messaging me at this point. Hopefully he's been paying attention. But yes, fair play. Fair play to the GOAT as well. I think getting FTR as 2 separate picks, I think that's been an absolute steal so far. Anyway, Dan Axel takes Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce just to annoy the GOAT.
Had to happen some point. Some point. Right, we now go on to Gary Morris's team. Quite well balanced in terms of male-female tag teams, certainly. So he's got a lot to still play with.
Dan needs a female for his last round.
Okey-doke.
So who does Gary's proxy have for us this time?
We will find out.
Yeah, I'm just having a browse through the who I could pick for my last round. There's definitely plenty of options given what we discussed earlier on.
Oh, he's right.
Oh, what's he done? Is he upset the apple cart?
Ruined my plans. Picked Christian Cage.
Christian Cage, the reformed dad who looks like he's just come out of Alcoholics Anonymous or something similar.
Christian Cage off the board.
Yeah, the Nick Wayne turned the Waynes against him.
Right, who does this put us on to? Matt Smith.
Turned the Waynes against him. Oh, that was terrible.
Right, Matt Smith, what we got?
Let's see what we have. And he's bringing some very nice vibes for this next one because it's Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, interesting one. Interesting pictures.
If you've been watching WWE Unreal on Netflix, you'll see, you know, what her mentality is going into SmackDown. And I think that's not a bad way of thinking about it. So, I mean, now that she's off the board, her logic is, yes, she can act like an idiot half the time. She can be very zany, over the top and stuff, but she's getting booked. She's getting appearance points. And I think for a round 5, I think that's probably smart from Matt's perspective. So, Andy Mitchell, he says he's scraping the bottom of the barrel here, and I don't blame him, but he's taking Jimmy Uso. Big Jim is off the board, and Andy has got free reign when it comes to his final pick, as does Oh no, yeah, as does Matt Smith.
Interesting. Oh,
Anyway, so
right.
you need
It's me.
uh you need a female and a tag team, so you're in a bit of a tight spot with your selections here.
Yeah, I kind of didn't expect some of the picks. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Some of them did throw me a bit.
Well, that's the magic of this draft. You know, sometimes you can get some picks that can really throw you off.
Right. Tag team wise,
Hmm.
probably need to go safe. I'll go DIY.
Yep.
My,
Don't
pl-
blame me for that.
my plan was to take Edge and Christian.
Ah.
Ah, damn it. And
Take notes, people. He said another one.
yeah, I'll go solid on this one, hoping that things don't go
It has to be a
south.
woman, remember?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Marina Shafir.
Okay, of the Death Riders.
Yeah, I'll go with Marina Shafir.
I think that's not a bad shout, all things considered. Then again, if I said you'd be drafting Marina Shafir earlier on, I would have said you're a nutcase. But round 6, Marina Shafir, I think that's probably the best thing you could have done. So overall, Stephen Wilson, your team is... Actually, no, we'll do a roll call at the end.
Yeah, I'm actually going to. If you don't have. Some people have got proxies, so if they don't have their captains, that's fine. We'll probably actually leave the captain off this one, Dave. Just for time. 'Cause
Okay.
There's a few proxies on this one, so.
All right.
But
So in
people-
this case, let's get people to come up with team names then, in that case.
Uh,
If you want to add your captain, that's fine.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, as I say, I've got a few proxies with stuff, but if you want to give your team name, please give them with your final pick. If
Yep.
you want to give your captain as well, give them the final pick, but we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're not gonna hound some people for them.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't score points on selection week, so you've got time to put to choose a captain.
My captain's gonna be Ripley, by the way.
Of course it is. Because Mammy is always on top.
Yeah, I don't know my team name.
All right, well, we've got one last round of picks, so you can come up with a team name then. Andy Mitchell, what do you have for us? So he's wrapping it up here with Sheamus, the man who arguably should be Intercontinental Champion at this point, but and his team name is the Man Without Beer, and his captain is going to be the Judgment Day.
Interesting.
Thank you very much, Andy Mitchell. Your participation has been nothing short of sublime. Now, Matt Smith, give us some vibes for your team to wrap it up. Give us a team name, and if you can, give us a captain as well. So far, he has Dominic Mysterio, Mercedes Moné, Hank and Tank, Swerve Strickland, Chelsea Green, and he wraps it up with... We're waiting. Oh, please don't tell me he's going to choose like Mr. Iguana or something. You know what? I bet he's choosing Mr. Iguana as we speak. And now he's just stopped typing. I think he's maybe just picked up the idea. So don't leave us hanging, Matt. Come on. And he's fucking done it.
He's picked Mr. Iguana.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
You're insane, Matt. But I think that's why we have you here. You need a little bit of madness.
Method in the
So
madness.
if you have a team name and a captain as well, just drop them in when you're ready to share them. But in the meantime, shall we go to Gary's proxy?
Yes, we shall go to Gary's proxy. I don't think.
I'll announce team names as they come through.
I don't know if they'll be in the position to give Gary's info, which is why I'm not going to put pressure on that one.
Well, as it stands, it's got Tiffany Stratton, Braun Squared, Drew McIntyre, Jordan Grace, Christian Cage. He needs... he can choose anyone,
Yeah,
actually.
and
He's
he's
in a...
picking Nick Aldis.
There we go.
Captain's Tiffany Stratton, and they don't have a name to give.
That's fine.
Gary will provide a name.
Well,
in due
all
course.
wrapped up in a nice little Aldis bow. I think that's a good way to finish it. Anyway, Dan Axel Jameson, you have Hangman Adam Page, Blake Monroe, the Young Bucks, Gunther, Fool, and Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce. Who are you going to wrap us up with your team, and what is your team name? Like I said, team names, just If they come to your mind, just drop them in the chat and we will announce them once you announce them. Oh, someone who's been chosen from previous drafts. I mean, they thought it was mad, but still got points for appearances likewise. So he is gone with Mrs. Wayne.
I was between Shafir and Wayne, to be fair.
His captain is Hangman Adam Page, and his team is the Essex Elite.
Interesting.
Well,
Right.
he does have a lot of AW representation. Hangman, Bucks, Mrs. Wayne. It does look like an Essex Elite to me.
Right, we have JP's final pick. His final pick is Lash Legend.
Lash Legend, great choice
And
amongst the pool of NXT women. So
I think he's quickly going to send his captain and team name. If you give it...
and he's met the criteria as well. 2 males, 2 females. No, what am I talking about? There, start again. 3 males, 2 females, 1 tag team.
Okay, quickly.
Link Goats.
Yeah, like tell Goat to send us. I will.
Yep.
Okay,
Goat choose
it's,
Ava,
the
the NXT general manager.
Captain Jacob Fatu and team name El Grande Ecos.
El Grande Ecos. Love it.
Right, Goat. What we've got from him. I can see his pick is in the sheet,
Yep.
Dave.
Team Goat. Yeah, like I said, he chose Ava, NXT general manager. His team is Stephanie Vicaire, who is also his team captain, Solo Sikoa, Raquel and Roxanne, Dax Hardwood, Cash Wheeler, and Ava.
Excellent. I have Alan typing. He's going to go bold, he said.
Again?
Says taking a massive risk.
Like he hasn't taken like at least 3 massive risks already.
Unless he's
I
captain.
mean, taking risks is one thing, but taking endless risks can only get you so far.
This is a decent risk, Dave. It's going to be his captain. He's
Let's
going
hear it.
with Roman Reigns as captain. Final pick.
I'm not so sure, because apparently Roman has another filming schedule lined up and is not set to be back until November, so I think he has royally fucked it this time.
Well, let's see. So Roman's his captain. We don't have a team name right now for Alan. He might, if he sends it while we're doing it, I'll get the team name from him. But
Do we have Team Viscera back this season?
I'm assuming his team this. I don't have a captain to hand. Gary sent a list into me.
But
so
Gary needs one more pick for his team, and it has to be a female. Because he currently has Becky Lynch, Randy Orton, Penta, Darby Allin, and The New Day.
Yeah, I'm not going to get his captain off him because he sent a list of stuff. But he's got a bad signal to football.
Okay.
But I'll get his last pick to you, Dave. It's going to be Nikki Cross.
As you do.
And
Wee
we'll
mental
get his,
Nikki back on the board.
and we'll get his information through during the week. But Dave, it's up to yourself.
Okay, yep. And I will round things off with a pick from NXT yet again. And I will choose Miss Jada Parker.
Oh, first time drafting
Yep.
for Jada Parker.
I think she's been slept on a lot in the last couple of seasons, but making waves in the NXT Women's North American title scene could potentially be the one to dethrone Sol Ruka. So, I mean, I did have another pick in mind, but I think Jada Parker is arguably in a better position. So, she rounds off the West End Country Club. And my captain is going to be Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Because when you're at the top of the West End Country Club, you need a queen and a little bit of bliss.
Interesting. So then we go on to Scott McLeod. What's he got?
And Scott McLeod, for his final pick, oh my god, his team names are really starting to show a trend here. So first of all, his team name is Yeet Dreams Are Made of These.
Jesus.
And his final pick, he says you think you know him. So I assume that is Edge.
I think it's safe to say it is Edge.
Yep, Edge or Adam Copeland, however you want to refer to him. We will know him as Edge.
Interesting. Yes, Edge, Adam Copeland on
Yep.
the board.
And Naomi is going to be his captain.
Interesting. So now we go on to Tom Brock.
So he has Tony Storm, Kyle Fletcher, AJ Styles, Nia Jax, Aleister Black, and for his tag team, got some comments from the GOAT. He says, fair play to Alan, that might be the worst team ever. I mean, on paper, it's difficult to argue.
Okay, let's see what Tom's got. Tom has went with the Ops, Will Hobbs and Shibata.
Okay. I believe, are they the Trios champions?
They are with Samoa Joe. I think with Samoa Joe.
But Samoa Joe's been ruled out.
Yeah, so they might still tag.
Maybe.
Captain Tony Storm.
As you do. Oop. And his team name, does he have one?
Typing.
That's a good sign.
That's not his team name. He is
Typing.
Um,
I swear if it's like, you know, something broshed or something, or anything that's Dutch spelling, you know, I'm going to screw it up.
Jesus. I promise I don't like that other Brock either.
Oh, for God's sake. I promise I don't like that other Brock either.
Right, Robert Shaw, what have you got to go with here?
I think that's the longest team name we've had since what a man, what a man, what a mighty good McMahon, mighty good Mahan. Ross McLeod's team name for when he chose Veer Mahan and Vince McMahon in the one team. Anyway, Robert fucking Shaw is referring back to the Draft Bastards, as you do. The Draft Bastards, a subsidiary of the West End Country Club, and he's got free reign for who he wants as his final pick. And I have to admit, Robert's team is looking pretty solid. Albeit, I think, you know, if Moxley gets the upper hand in the Darby Allin feud, and if Jade Cargill bounces back from that SummerSlam loss, I think we could be onto a dark horse pick here. He chooses the 7-foot Tala Tonga.
Interesting.
The former Hikuleo, I believe.
Hikuleo, yes, that's an appearance picker. I think it's fair to say. I don't know how much he's going to wrestle, but he's going to be. Alright, what Solo's going to be, he's going to be. So, yeah, it's not the worst pick in the world, that one.
All right, Grant McRobbie, you've got free reign for your. Actually, yep, you've got free reign for your final pick as well. We've got some good team names so far, but I'll assume Gary Kernahan's team is Team Viscera for now.
Yeah, so we've got his final pick. I told you nobody was going to pick her. Mina Shirakawa.
Oh, okay.
Everybody loves a bit of Mina.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't love Mina?
Captain is Seth Rollins.
As you do.
And the team name, just get that. AI No Better Than You.
AI No Better Than You. Love it. And Robert, if you have a team captain chosen, you could send that through. That would be smashing.
Yes, Rob, if you can quickly send that to round off the stream. If not, that's fine. I'll get.
Anyway, why don't we finish with a little bit of a roll call whilst we get the last of the captains through? So we have Grant McRobbie with AI No Better Than You, the team of Seth Rollins, Rusev, Thekla, Motor City Machine Guns, Julia Hart, and Mina Shirakawa. We have Robert fucking Shaw and the Draft Bastards with Cody Rhodes, the Hurt Syndicate, Julia, John Moxley, Jade Cargill, and Talatonga. We have Tom Brock with I Promise I Don't Like That Other Brock Either, Tony Storm, Kyle Fletcher, AJ Styles, Nia Jax, Aleister Black, and Will Hobbs and Shibata. Scott McLeod, Yeet Dreams Are Made of These, with Naomi, Jey Uso, Lyra Valkyria, Fraxium, MJF, and Edge. We have myself with the West End Country Club, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Ethan Page, Io Sky, Damian Priest, Ricochet, and Jada Parker. Then we have Team Viscera, Becky Lynch, Randy Orton, Penta, New Day, Darby Allin, and Nikki Cross. We have Lucas with Wyatt Six, Kazuchika Okada, Sol Ruka, Bayley, Brody King, and Roman Reigns. Team GOAT, the GOAT David Campbell with Stephanie Vaquer, Solo Sikoa, Raquel and Roxanne, Dax Hardwood, Cash Wheeler, and Eva. JP with El Grande Cos, with Jacob Fatu, Paul Heyman, JC Jane, El Grande Americano, The Street Profits, and Lash Legend. Dan Axel Jameson, The Essex Elite, Hangman Adam Page, Blake Monroe, Young Bucks, Gunther, Adam Pearce, and Mrs. Wayne. Gary Morris, team name still being decided. He's got Tiffany Stratton, Braun Squared, Drew McIntyre, Jordan Grace, Christian Cage, and Nick Aldis. Matt Smith, Dominic Mysterio, Mercedes Moné, Hank and Tank, Swerve Strickland, Chelsea Green, and Mr. Iguana. Andy Mitchell, the man without beer, with Sami Zayn, Ballard McDonough, Bianca Belair, Athena, Jimmy Uso, and Sheamus. And then finally, yourself, Stephen. Hope you've got a team name ready as we wrap this up. But you have Rhea Ripley, Obafemi, CM Punk, LA Knight, DIY, and Marina Shafir.
Yeah, my team name will become during the week, Dave. I think it's fair to
Fair
say.
enough.
Fair. On that note, then, I think it's time to wrap up this 26th edition of our selection show, and our first ever under the Wrestling Draft banner. Of course, the names that we've drafted there will be the names available to people to take part in our Listeners League. If you want to take part in the Listeners League, please give us a message. We are on Twitter, X, at wrestling_draft, because some person with one follower took wrestling draft. So wrestling underscore.
There's always somebody, isn't there?
Wrestling_draft. Please get in touch with us if you want to take part in the Listeners League. We'll get more details about that in the Listeners League. It's fun. A lot of our competitors came via the Listeners League. So yeah, get some details on that over the coming week. The season starts this coming Monday on Raw and will run through till Survivor Series. So plenty of time to get some points on the board. But Dave, I would like to thank you for joining me in this kind of teething stream here, running on a couple, testing a few things.
Yep. First under the Wrestling Draft banner, I came here to draft names and drink tea, and I'm all out of tea.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, both on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you very much. From us here, have a good one, and we'll see you later.